What a wonderful day to all of you who are watching us from around the globe. This is episode 38 of Sunday with Vloggers Academy. Let me greet right here in our chat box some of our viewers at this point. We have VP. He mentioned he's excited. Maybe he or she is excited. We have I learned wine life is only one time used it suitably. That's nice. Thank you for that. I learned. And from Nunal TV, hello everyone, most especially to you, Sir Ray. Hi, Nunal TV. I think this is KZ. Watching all the way from Pasig City. Thank you so much, Nunal TV. We also have Don Rawaya. Thank you for tuning in. And the Vlogger Wannabe. Woohoo! A massive and gigantic shout out to the Vloggers Academy and to our ka-vloggers and to all our viewers. Great and blessed Sunday to all. Thank you so much there. And then Don Rawaya in the place to be. Okay, thank you so much for that. Wow, thank you so much, the Vloggers Wannabe. And there. So thank you. Keep on sharing all of your comments right here in our chat box. And let me start with episode 38 with this quote. I actually prepared three quotes for all of you before we start our session for today. It is never too late to be what you might have been. So it doesn't matter if you're 25, 30, 40, 50, 60. If you really want to achieve something in life, you have to do something about it. And it's never too late. As mentioned by Chris, Grosser, opportunities don't happen, you create them. Absolutely. You are the only person who can rescue you at the end of the day, and you are the only one who can create that opportunity. Opportunities are the ones that you create, not other people who will create it for you, but it's you. If you want to be a vlogger, if you want to be successful in vlogging, you have to create those opportunities. You can explore, you can experiment, and you can be whoever you want to be. If you want to be, say for instance, if you want a lifestyle niche, if you want to have a niche on maybe technology or on learning, you can be that person. You just have to decide, right? And according to Stephen Covey, this is our last quote for today. I am not a product of my circumstances. I am a product of my decisions. Absolutely. You become what you believe, and whatever it is that you decide, that's you. You just have to decide, and you become that person. That's your reality. And by the way, to all of you who are watching us from Facebook, from our Facebook group, from our YouTube channel, please share your questions. You can also share your insights. You can also share anything. If you want us to do shout outs, let us know, and we will be there for you. Okay, I believe we are now ready to introduce our guest vlogger for today. It's another exciting, definitely, episode for today. We invited two guest vloggers, great guest vloggers. We're able to review some of their materials, we're able to review some of their contents, and they're amazing. Both of them are amazing. So this is another episode that I believe you are all excited and you're looking forward to learning from our guest vlogger for today. But before I introduce with you our first guest vlogger, let me play this quick video. All right, so without further ado, let me introduce with you our guest vlogger for today. His niche is lifestyle, and he started doing vlogging just this year, 2021. How amazing it is! He has already almost 2K or 2,000 subscribers, which is very nice, right? I mean, he just started this year, and then the upload frequency of his channel is on a weekly basis every Monday. And when we asked him why does he vlog, he mentioned that for new information, imbibe positivity, promote self-improvement, innovation, technology, and self-love, hashtag better every day. That's amazing. And let's all welcome Rich Eugenio, or his channel is AGM_PH. Hi, Rich.
Hello, Doc Ray. Magandang hapon. Thanks for the invite.
That's amazing. Magandang hapon, Rich. So let's start our interview. I know a lot of people are looking forward to really learning from you. As mentioned earlier, Rich, I've seen your channel. Nakita ko, di ba? Nakita ko yung mga movements in your channel, yung mga contents in there, really nice, and the way you articulate your contents, the way you prepare, the way you plan, it really resonates. All of those things on your contents. Pero that's one pala, no, Rich. What is that something na nag-trigger sa'yo to start vlogging?
Wow. Again, sa mga nanonood, thanks for joining us. Pero maganda yung tanong ni Sir Ray. I think if everyone remembers when pandemic started in 2020, so syempre, kagulo, marami tayong iniisip. And I think at one point, it impacts certainly hindi lang yung mga trabaho natin. Kumbaga, bago pa tayo lumabas, marami na tayong iniisip. So there could be a form of anxiety. And I'm one of those. I think that's given. Pero yung medyo trigger point there, I think where we live, we're pretty much, kumbaga, yung mga lugar na nakikita namin. Nung New Year, nung 2021, crossing over 2020 and 21, I believe that's December 31st, we were at the balcony and then for some reason, nakita ko yung mga fireworks. Siyempre, hindi ka pwedeng lumabas di ba? So nanonood ka lang ng fireworks. And I think that's primarily a good figure or sign as a trigger. Pero maybe the message for me was, wow, kumukulog-kulog pa. Maybe the trigger there was, nung nagpa-fireworks and we were simply watching, sabi ko sa sarili ko, saan pa masarap ang fireworks? Yung nanonood ka o mas malapit ka? Diba? And I think every person would agree na mas masarap panoorin yung fireworks na mas malapit ka or, within reach. Siyempre, hindi ka naman sobrang lapit. Siyempre, safety reason. But I think far more than that, it was more of, I was rethinking to myself, kung 2020 ganito, what if 2021 ganun ulit? Talk about pandemic, the crisis, for everything that matters to us, whether it's about our career, about self, about family, about our health. So sabi ko, I need to do something. And when I say do something, I needed to do something that is beyond my comfort zone, which is not only facing the camera or doing something that I don't know. Because technically, kung nakikita niyo, hindi naman ako bata. But I think this is something beyond my comfort zone. So when I was trying to put that decision in mind, sabi ko sa sarili ko, parang ang hirap, no? Wala akong maisip. And one important person told me na, why not try YouTube? So sabi ko, anong gagawin ko sa YouTube? So sabi niya, if you are here to change the way you see things, I think it's better to impart it with the people you care. And not only to the people you care, but others na pwedeng may mapulot sa'yo because you are living something or doing something, not because I just want it monetized. I just wanted for the fame and maybe for a little glamour that, hey, this guy is doing vlogging and so on. So that was really the trigger point. The fireworks na malayong-malayo ako. And then finally, I was thinking, what if ganito pa rin yung 2021? So I really need to do something. That's why, finally, salamat kay Sir Ray, and now we're talking.
That's amazing. That's amazing. Thank you so much for sharing that, Rich. You mentioned earlier, it's not about the monetization. It's not about the fame. It's not all of the glamour that you can think of from vlogging perspective. I know parang mga bonus kasi yun, di ba? Mga bonus na lang yun. Pero yung pinaka-important would be what is that deeper motivation why we are doing this thing, this vlogging, this YouTubing, this content creation, right? Sabi dito niya one of our participants or audience, the vlogger wannabe, wow, ang ganda ng background thunder, mala cinematic. Okay.
Hindi pwedeng ulitin yun kasi live kumulog
That's actually amazing yung background na narinig coming from. Ang lakas niya sa Pasig, no? Rich,
right.
Di mo lang, parang
medyo malakas
Parang siya parang yun nga, parang it's a background, parang ginawa.
right. Parang blessing yan. Ang pag-ulan is always a blessing.
That's so true. Thank you for that, Rich. And then for the for the name of your channel, Hey GM, what does that mean? Hey GM underscore
Yeah,
PH. PH would be most probably that's Philippines. But Hey
right,
GM,
right.
what does that mean?
Actually, it's ironically for some people ang iniisip nila mahirap maghanap ng pangalan and all. When I arrived to this name, kumbaga hindi siya ganun kabilis, but I think it was more appropriate for the reason because I'm technically I'm employed, so with my job, particularly I'm the head of the entire operations, and GM is known to be a
Mm.
general manager or country head. So yung mga nakakasalamuha ko, yung mga katrabaho ko, normally if they call me, they don't call me by first name. Ang ginagawa lang nila pag they call you by position. Pero sa akin wala naman yan. It's not even a form of respect. So, pero kung ganun sila mas kampante, mas at ease, so they call me by the abbreviated. Kaya sabi nila GM. So whenever that happened, so kami when we try to reach out, so instead na hi, parang hey, kamusta? Parang ganun, di ba? So until
Mm.
finally, I think over the course of time, napapansin ko yung tao sa sobrang sanay nila, especially at work, sabi, hey GM, so ganun na lang. And then finally, we are living in a virtual world, ganun din yung naging sistema nila. Hey GM, we send chat, we send some, emails, nakalagay doon, hey GM, blah, blah, blah. So sabi ko sa sarili ko, I mean, there's no other way but to put this name because alam ko naman that that's really coming from the people. So if I am best known for that persona, I think I don't need to pretend that I am someone else. So I'd rather put what I do, what I love most, kasi yun naman talaga importante, to be authentic.
Absolutely. When you mention that word authentic, that's what the people are looking for. That's what the viewers, the subscribers are looking for. The authenticity. It's not like kumbaga hindi scripted, which is a good thing. And then when you started pala, when you started vlogging, Rich, is it yung niche mo ba is lifestyle na siya or how did it evolve when you started vlogging? Parang what are those ano ba yung
Right.
tawag doon? What are those experiences na parang natakot? I mean, is it some sort of confusing ba nung una or is it some sort of ano yung mga experiences when you started vlogging and how did you overcome yung ganung mga fear?
Right. Actually, totoo yan. May mga fears talaga and meron siyang struggle na minsan gusto mong alamin, wala kang sagot. Kasi, I mean, I think on my first two vlogs, I really would like to document it to where na, kumbaga, gusto ko malaman tao why I'm doing this. And I think that happens on the very, very first vlog that I did. I think it was January 27 or 28. Then second video was more of I was hunting the equipment. So I think those are two critical, I would say, episodes for myself that I would like to share. Pero yung struggle talaga doon is not because alam ko talaga na lifestyle. Pero ang alam ko lang noon, I want to exhibit and show that whatever we do, whatever form of struggles that we're into, kumbaga, ano tayo sometimes we think that wala kang magawa. Di ba? May ganun Katulad ako, hindi ko alam lifestyle pala, pero wala akong magawa, hindi ko naman alam na lifestyle. So I was just thinking in my head, kahit anong mangyari, whatever this vlog turns out to be or how YouTube turns out to be, I'd like to share positivity. Because pag nanonood yung mga tao, it's not because you're simply entertaining. I think they like it. Pero yung value ng positivity, I don't think it breaks only a single platform just like YouTube or Facebook or you name it. But it connects the dots. Na kung positive ka, I think it's the biggest thing that people should learn. Kasi lahat naman tayo hindi perfect, lahat tayo may pinagdadaanan. So I think in a very very nutshell, I just want to share positivity that people should understand that it is what it is. Kung anong nakuha mo ngayon, you could be a lifestyle, then suddenly you change to technology, eventually you change to I would say the fur baby or sabihin na natin animal blogging or you name it. Ano siya I think the journey itself is one way or the other, you need to savor. Kailangan mo namnamin kasi doon ka unti-unting natututo, yung habang natututo ka, it really brings so much value to yourself. Hindi lang natututo yung nanonood, lalong-lalo ka na.
I like what you mentioned, Rich. Yung si savor, di ba? Savor the process. Savor kung
Yes.
yung journey mismo. And then you can be whoever you wanna be talaga. And then, sabi nga nila, di ba, our purpose is not fixed. It changes. It really
That's right.
depends on the
Oo.
kung nasang moment ka of your life, you can be, you mentioned earlier, right? You can be this person, this your niche. Maybe you started with lifestyle, and then you can actually shift to another niche.
Mhm.
It's up to you, right?
Totoo
Um,
yan.
Naisip ko lang, oh, medyo lumalakas na din dito. Onti lang, hindi ko masyado naririnig yung thunder, pero
Medyo
narinig ko.
maganda special effects natin eh.
That's good, and that's good that our internet connectivity is still stable.
Yeah,
And
salamat sa ating mga providers.
that's true. So being a content, being a GM, Rich, how do you manage yung time? I mean, how do you manage yung time yung pag-create ng mga contents mo at this point? How
Mm.
do you plan for your contents?
Yeah, I actually totoo yan, Sir Ray. I think time is very complex. Uh, People thought na yung mga nag-vlog, let's say, bakante lang yung oras nila. Hindi po totoo yun. I think we're managing two or more different obligations in life. You could be a brother, a sister, an employee, a boss, or maybe you're just trying to find your meaning sa paggawa ng vlog. But when time kicks in, pare-pareho naman tayong 24/7 ng oras di ba? Pare-pareho tayong 24 hours binigay sa atin ng Diyos
Exactly.
nun. So, managing my time for me is more of prioritization. Let's put things in perspective. Maybe Monday to Friday, if it's work, it's work. Kasi I cannot compromise something, as an individual, yung value about time, it's also a value of respect. So if Monday to Friday is all about my work, that is not a respect for me, but a respect for to my company, to our company, to my boss, to my peers, to my colleagues, to our clients. Kasi yan sa akin, they don't deserve 90% of my time. They deserve 100%. So Monday to Friday, it's on them. But it doesn't mean that my 100% is on a 24-hour Monday to Friday. So doon pumapalo, at someone na sabihin na natin malakas din tayo magpuyat. I think when things started to mellow down sa trabaho, kasi hindi naman lahat ng trabaho spiking right? Kumaga on demand, it varies. Doon pumapasok yung creative way na alam din natin when to trigger kung kailan tayo makakapag-isip ng idea. And maybe for some folks here, may naiisip silang idea kapag nasa banyo. Di ba?
That's
Yung iba
true.
dito may
That's
naiisip
true.
na idea habang kumakain. So I think doon ko na ma-manage, Sir Ray, yung tinatawag na nating prioritization and at the same time, shifting my priorities. I know my priorities, but whenever I needed to shift, hindi naman siya mag-shift ng ilang oras It just, the creativity kicks in because na, alam mo sa oras na yon parang, uy, itong oras na to importante. So let's think about something. Parang ganun. Whether you're having coffee, maybe nagkukusot ka lang ng buhok habang naliligo, it happens. Or sabihin na natin at one point, pagkababa mo ng mahabang phone call or mahabang conference call, and then suddenly you get your pen and paper, may naisip ka biglang idea. You need to do it. I mean, as quick as possible because that's a respect for time.
That's amazing. I also believe that the time prioritization, instead of you believing on time management, but for me, really believing on time prioritization or prioritizing all of those
That's true.
things that you want to do on a daily basis. Because I also believe that every one of us, we have the 24/7. We have 24/7 in our life. Actually, may mga, like, say for instance, may nag-message sa akin na, hey Ray, parang ang dami mo namang time. Sabi ko naman, pareho naman tayo ng time. It's just a matter of me, most probably, my priorities are different from your priorities. And for
Yes.
me, those things that I focus more on, those are the things that are important to me. So,
Mhm.
so it really
Totoo
depends
yan.
talaga. So that's why
What you
for
see,
me,
what you
for
see, you value.
that's true. That's true. What you focus on really expands, and for
Right.
for me, kaya although may mga tawag dito, may mga vloggers who really struggle on that perspective. So sinasabi nila that they don't have time, kaya hindi nila napapatuloy, right, in terms of they upload. Sometimes siguro once a month na lang sila nakakapag-upload. But for me,
Totoo yan.
if you want to explore more, if you want to learn more about vlogging, you have to do more and you have to put it in your priorities. You have
Right.
to make it happen. And I also like your habit, Rich, na meron ka talagang, may paper. Whenever there's something that sparks, di ba? Parang there's a new idea, there's a creative idea, that you have to jot it down so that hindi mo siya
Totoo yan.
makakalimutan. Because those are precious talaga yung mga times hindi siya nangyayari na talaga 24/7, like parang nag-spark lang siya
Mhm.
in some hours, or and then you seize that opportunity. That's great. Um, and then, ano yung pinaka gustong-gusto mo pala, Rich, pagdating sa vlogging? Parang which part of vlogging? Is it more on yung sa pag-setup ng equipment? Is it on the editing part? Or is it more of yung mismong pag-shoot na ng video?
I think overall yung process,
Mm.
ano siya, it's enjoyable for me. But if there's anything that really would strike a clear interest sa akin is, if, I mean, obviously lahat tayo tumitingin sa YouTube, titingnan natin yung kapareho nating niche. Kung hindi man kapareho, we still observe others. Kumbaga, we try to do our own surveillance. What's good about that is the creativity is so open. When it's so open, there is no clear creativity that this is good, this is bad, this is better, this is less better. Even if you have more views. Pero ang tanong kasi dun is, what will be your output? And often that people think na ang output ko kasi kasing galing ako ng ganitong vlogger kasi mas marami siyang view sa ngayon, pero pag ginaya ko siya, dadami ako ng view. I think it's okay to get inspiration, but overall, the flexibility on how you see yourself, lalabas yung pagiging ikaw, totoong ikaw, the uniqueness, lalabas yun sa creativity mo na wala nagsasabi sa yung you need to be 1 to 5 creative, 1 to 6 creative, or 1 to 10 creative, or 100% creative. It's really based on execution eh. Kasi kung yung output mo is mukhang inspired ka nga pero ginaya mo, eventually I think it's very short term. So focus on your creativity because as far as we know, we are so unique and we are created in a very, very siguro highest level, di ba nga? Kaya after a while, if you feel bad today about that first or 15th vlog or your 100th vlog, I mean, just move on, do another. But when you do the other vlog or the newer versions of your vlog, make sure you prepare for it because at the end of the day, it's your output. It's not the output of Casey Neistat. Di ba? Hindi ganun eh. Output mo yun, ikaw yun eh. Kumbaga may tatak ng vlogger ABC maliban sa vlogger 1, 2, 3. Di ba? Magkaiba yun eh.
I agree with you. Totally agree with you, Rich. Sabi nga dito ni The Vlogger Wannabe, yes, ang galing talaga ni Sir
Salamat.
Rich.
Sana
That's so
natututunan
true.
natin to.
And creativity is unlimited talaga. And I would agree with you. I subscribe to that idea that you can get inspiration from a lot of vloggers, especially sa mga popular na
Yes,
vloggers.
definitely.
But at the end of the day, mahahanap po talaga of who you really are. Magsha-shine ka talaga. And you have to, pag nahanap mo na yun, then maybe you can stick to it for a while. And for me, that becomes a sustainable you being you as a vlogger. All right, so let's see in here. Ano pa yung mga comments from our... Do you have any questions to reach at this point? You can also jot down in our comment section. Okay, at this point, Rich, what we're going to do is we're gonna be playing. We selected one of your contents in your channel, and we will be playing that content right here, right now.
Bigla akong nahiya.
So that's a surprise. We selected it, so let's play it right now.
Would you really get an iPhone 12 Pro Max in 2021? Or wag na lang? Because I just got an iPhone 12 mini. Ito nga ba ang worth it versus the 12 Pro Max? The limited product red edition, this is the mini, and this is the 12 Pro Max, yung matagal ko nang gamit in Pacific Blue. Yan, product red. Let's do it. Pag-usapan natin, happening here, right now. Only at HGM. Let's go. But just by using iPhone and Android, wala naman talagang issue eh. Pero ito yung obvious na naging issue. Kung mapapansin nyo with the 12 Pro Max, it is really that heavy. Ang bigat. Oh, ang bigat talaga. Imagine a daily driver na ganito kabigat. Yeah, I mean, there's no question. For me, it is almost perfect for my use, for my consumption using the 12 Pro Max. But this size, the size is just amazing. But the weight, which is an everyday thing that you do, lalo na working from home, you might be driving, you might be answering to emails, which is so frequent that I do. I may be creating thumbnails for my videos, I may be creating and at least trying to edit earlier on yung mga videos na kailangan ko i-trim. On this phone, it is again, for me, to my consumption, to my use, far superior. But the heft, the heavy part, I know it's all steel, that's why it's premium. You don't get to pay something na hindi ganito kabigat kasi nga mahal siya. But it takes toll on you. Tapos lalagyan mo pa ng case. And that's a reason why finally we got the iPhone 12 mini. This one, buying from Power Mac, it was absolutely a decision that I need something that with almost similar power. Teka, sinisipon tayo. Okay? Give you a clear comparison, guys. That real estate was such a breeze. Why? Sa liit nito, getting the same power on your hand, almost the same power, camera that's unnoticeable when it comes to the differences from both. The only problem here is the screen size. That for some, sabihin nila, ang liit niyan, ang laki ng kamay ko, ang liit niyan, malabo mata ko, ang liit niyan because you think that this is inferior than the Pro Max? No. I'm telling you, for the past 1 month, I've been using this. And I'm telling you, this is not my primary phone. But whenever I have the urge, whether going on my social media, answering on emails, taking a photo, or even a video, I always grab this mighty mini from my pocket. That I think it was just a breath of fresh air using this size, this real estate, with the same power, ability, and the ease and comfort of the weight. Magaan. Without compromising the benefits and features from an iPhone mini versus the 12 Pro Max. Alright? So think about that, guys. In 2021, are you really willing to shell out for a 12 Pro Max? But as an iPhone user for the longest time, since the iPhone 3G, diba? Matagal-tagal na rin yun, no? Tumalon lang tayo ng 2 generation di natin nagamit. But for the iPhone 3G to the mini, with this size and the weight plus the power, this will definitely give you the same experience, or maybe close experience, if you're not thinking about battery life. Bigger phone, bigger battery. Smaller phone, obviously smaller battery. The consumption of batteries depends on how you use your phone. But the question here is not about battery. The experience, the cost that you're willing to pay just to get the iPhone experience. So for me, it's not a compromise. You think about this one, you have the money, why not? Burn that money. Kung magustuhan mo ang mini ngayon, magbadali ka na. Because as far as what we know today, iPhone is planning, again, based on news and leaks, they'll be releasing the iPhone 13. You can wait for that, but I'm not so sure when is it happening. Not even in 2021. But the mini, because of its sales, syempre, superior pa lang yung malakihan. Pang malakasan yung 12 Pro Max. But for this one, they're going to phase this one out. Okay? And those were from the leaks, from the news. So if you want something that's really limited, kaya kinuha ko yung red, product red of the mini at 128, that at one point, one day, I'm about to sell this one. I think I wouldn't be regretting the use of mini because right now pa lang, ika nga, na-test drive na natin. Alright? So if you're looking for one, please, don't feel it's inferior. Nakamura ka na with the same power and almost the same experience because for all we know, size lang talaga nagbago o nagkaiba and the battery. And don't forget the camera, but I tell you, you wouldn't even notice it. Alright? So here at AGM, completely practical stuff. And hopefully you like this video. And if you're first watching this video today, please do subscribe. Again, I appreciate everyone for helping me out in this journey, and I think you guys seen medyo napagtitripan natin ang mga pagkain ngayon because we're trying to support local. So hopefully you also like those shorts video. And again, if you have questions, suggestions, or any recommendation for our next video, na-miss ko ang paggawa ng tech. But this one, I know it's cost for me. But soon, hopefully sooner or later, we get to dispose this one. Not because it's not useful, but it served this, it served its every purpose. But the practical way of things is get the mini, saves costs, same experience, manage your battery life. Madali lang naman yun. Get your power bank. These are things that you can always compromise. Because for all we know, your usage is depending on your consumption, right? So yung battery life, case-to-case basis yan. But, conclusively, not inferior, bang for the buck. If you're looking for an iPhone, a superior iPhone, kung alam mo kailangan mo at ready ka naman at may pambili, pinag-itunan mo, no worries. It's good times. Get your stuff, makes you productive, and whatever makes you happy. The iPhone 12 Pro Max and the iPhone 12 Mini, a quick comparison check based on practical things and stuff that should matter to you. Alright? So here at HGM, hopefully we give you lots of information that pertains to practical stuff, paying it forward out of positivity. I'll see you soon on my next video. See ya! If I got the 12 Pro Max case, product red, I also have the mini product red. Sabi ko sa inyo, napagtitripan natin ng red eh. Diba? Alright? See you guys. Cheers! Could you just imagine that size? Wow!
All right, that's nice. So let's hear it from our audience. What do you think about that vlog that Rich created? Hello, watching from La Union, from Thai and Mark. Planchard, thank you, Mark, for joining. Yes, as per the vlogger wannabe, yes, supporting local din po. That's nice. I've noticed, by the way, Rich, din sa yung background mo, no? Yung mga boxes and all of that. Maybe you can tell us more about yung mga boxes.
Yeah. Aside from mahilig ako sa, normally as you've seen yung iPhone, technology, medyo rin tayo eh. Kumbaga masinop in terms of boxes, kahit yung box inaalagaan ko. And I think it's part of the things that we value, hindi lang yung bumili ka, but you see na importante rin yung box kasi at one point, hindi dahil ibebenta mo siya, but binili mo rin siya eh. So why not take care of the box? And I thought, for whatever things that I share in my vlog, so sabi ko, I think it's a good, not only background, pero kung makikita niyo, para siyang cabinet. So totoong siya, storage. So again,
That's nice.
I think we talk about being authentic. So why should I hide it? It's not only displaying that what something looks good. Hindi eh. It's really my storage. So that's why you see here shoes, may mga boxes, even the gadgets or ginagamit nating technology for vlogging. Nandito silang lahat. Yung iba pa, hindi ko alam kung nabuksan ko na o kumpleto pa ba. But again, it's really more of what I value. So even the boxes, they're important to me.
That's nice. And we have another host in here. Maybe I can put him here. Hi, Neil.
Hi.
There.
Hi, everyone.
There. Hi, Neil. We miss
Hi,
you.
Sir Rich. Yeah.
Hello, Neil. Nice to meet you.
What did
Hey,
I
Neil.
miss?
What did you miss? How were you able to watch the content of Rich? Ang ganda, no?
Yeah, it's very, very creative, I must say. And yeah, yung na-miss ko, you're talking about storage and all.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. So kanina Neil, di ba? When we watch that specific content, ang ganda talaga. Wala akong masabi for end to end. Si start ng content up until dun sa nag-end yung content. So very nice. I love yung on how it's professionally done. Rich, gustong-gusto ko yung intro na ginawa mo. Parang for me, it's a high-end. High-end in terms of yung editing na, right? Ang ganda, and even
Salamat.
the background music, diba? Yung sound design that you're using, yung sa background na yun, easy listening, and then talagang rinig na rinig as well. The way you speak, your being spontaneous, grabe yung pag-articulate mo in terms of yung review. And I also love yung parang walang filter in terms of yung because it's like, diba, parang when we do
Sabi ko
our
yung
vlogging,
pinagtripan.
kumbaga, it's coming from the heart. Yung the way you act, diba? The way you speak, the way you how you are so way spontaneous about things. Kumbaga maniniwala talaga yung mga viewers. Kumbaga it's believable. So you have that credibility in terms of convincing people to believe on what you are trying to say.
Mm.
And gusto ko din yung I love your setup, 'di ba? Yung sabihin na kahit makita mo na parang dami mga boxes and all of that, parang it looks like parang part siya ng setup na parang nagpaganda siya sa setup. I mean, kahit
Thank
hindi
you.
siya tulad ng iba na sobrang gara, di ba, ng mga ng setup, pero you're on your end still great. Amazing na lumabas yung pagkakagawa ng entire na vlog na yon. And then by the way, Rich, paano yun? What are the editing apps or tools that you're using? Yung sa video editing.
Yeah. Pero ulitin ko, Sir Ray, thank you. Nakakataba ng puso. Pero kumbaga may pinagdadaanan tayo when it comes to lahat ng ginagawa natin. And speaking of which, yung tanong ni Sir Ray about the tools. I think ano siya, challenge din kasi often ang tinitingnan natin, pwede ka talaga mag-edit sa phone eh. Pwede ka naman mag-edit sa desktop or sa PC or whether ano pang platform yan na alam mong there is a software or application that you can use. Ang sa akin, I really started with iMovie on
Me
the
too.
phone. Kasi, yes. So, pero sabi ko sa sarili ko, ayoko namang tumalong kaagad na software. Mabigat sa bulsa yun. Di ba? Tapos,
That's
I
true.
was also thinking na kung bibili naman ako ng, again, I mean, not to a point that it's not, sabihin na nating bawal. Pero syempre, sabi ko nga kanina, pinag-usapan natin with Doc Ray is what you value. So sabi ko, kung bibili ako ng pirated, I don't think it's the right thing to do. I'm starting to use something out of, a pirated copy. So sabi ko, okay, let's start something small. I started with iMovie. Pero yung sa iMovie, nabitin ka rin at one point. So, I think when you go to YouTube, yung mga, kumbaga, very, very mature vloggers, they're into, anong tawag dito? Nandyan yung, they have platforms on MacBook, yung iOS or Apple. Tapos may mga platform din when it comes to Adobe Premiere. So marami. Ang sabi ko sa sarili ko, ayokong magmagaling kasi there is a learning curve. Until finally, after all the search, I wanted something simpler, diba? Less complex because nakaka-stress. Tama ba? Nakaka-stress mag-edit.
That's true. Super.
Lalaki yung mga eye bags natin, di ba? Eye bags.
Speaking
So,
of,
finally, di ba? Parang si Neil, di ba? Ito, ang dami. So, sabi ko, less complex. And then I arrived to Filmora X.
Filmora.
oh, okay.
Yes.
That's good.
So, sabi ko, simple lang siya. And I think, user-friendly. Sabi ko, sige, I try jumping into it slowly. Pas may mga nagre-research ako YouTube and all. And I become really a fan of the platform. Pero hindi nagtatapos siya doon kasi there are other, sabihin na natin, separate, ang tawag dito, tools. Let's say if you needed to edit a thumbnail. Pero ako naman, ang sinabi ko is, if it's video, in terms of my workflow, ang video talaga sa machine or sa ating laptop or PC. But if it's anything that has to do with thumbnails, kumbaga yun naman yung ginagawa ko, anything that has to do on the phone. Diba? So, tiningnan ko yung gravity ng hirap or yung complexity ng paggawa. Kaya pag talagang mahirap, ginagawa ko sa PC, especially on video, then any platform, maybe specifically, anong tawag dito? Yung mga simpleng editing tools lang for your photo and video, kung magagawa mo sa phone, doon mo na lang gawin para hindi siya nag-mix. So, yun.
That's true. Sabi nga dito ni, let me see, sabi ni the vlogger wannabe, yeah, amazing. Kala ko I am watching a foreign vlogger. Sabi. That's
Salamat.
good.
Salamat sa compliment, ha?
Yes,
Sabi ni
and
Turner, ang galing talaga, malinaw yung reviews, all is there already. Nasagot ang tanong. Neil, there's a commendation for you here. Gwapo ng co-host ni Doc. Yahoo, sir.
wow, thank you naman.
Oo,
There's
may,
Anyway,
no?
yeah, I have some feedback on what Sir Rich.
Rich na lang,
Sir Rich
Neil. Rich na lang, Rich.
okay, Rich. Sabi mo kanina, 'di ba? Hindi naman sa ano yun, nagmamagaling.
Mhm.
I think it's not really about that, and I believe with the learning curve kasi
Mhm.
um but as sa level mo kasi sir, I think you really have to step up the game na already. Like you have to use those programs.
Right, right.
You really have to use those programs because again, if you know how to utilize these softwares
Mhm.
available, although yeah, merong you will spend some money,
Right.
but you can ask friends, to
Oh, that's
just
true.
give you a
Oh.
copy, and you can ask your friends, just to give a crack or whatever. Don't do that, guys. It's illegal. And
Yeah, that's illegal. That's a no-no.
that's illegal.
Masisira
That's a
yung mga ano.
no-no.
Masisira yung
But
machines.
Right.
yeah, we'll talk about that offline. Anyway, I'm just
Oo,
saying.
babalikan kita nila. I need your help.
So
Sige.
there's a question in here from the vlogger wannabe. How about the Kind Master, Sir Rich? Nagamit mo na ba yung Kind Master,
I
Rich?
tried it at one point on an Android. Actually sa office, yung ibang mga gumagawa ng video with our work, ginagamit din yung paid version ng I think Kind Master or Kine Master. So I think it's okay. It's again lahat ng platform pwede yan eh. Ang kailangan lang natin hanapin is what are these platforms that for us would be more useful to cut time. Kasi yung oras, kung yung learning curve ng bawat isa is pare-pareho, walang problema. But the
Yes.
learning curve is different per person. So it means na kung iba yung learning curve natin, iba rin yung learning curve per program. So if the program happens to be complex to you, malalaman mo yun when you try it. So ako personally, I really tried the most. Hindi ko na lang matandaan yung iba. But I would normally try the freeware, or if there's a trial version, consume the trial version for 30 days. And then kung alam ko nag-enjoy ako at alam kong may natutunan ako, I can switch back and forth. And maybe just to add, kung naalala din ninyo yung, I think there's another software uh, na ginagamit for iPad. Nakalimutan ko lang Doc Ray or Neil baka
The
naalala niyo, but it's on
Da
iPad eh.
Vinci. Is it Da
No,
Vinci?
No, it's
Ano,
not
ano?
Vinci.
only for
Yeah,
pen eh. It's
another
more of the
one.
pen. Oo eh. Hindi siya Da
Yeah.
Vinci eh. Hold on. Nandito yung iPad eh. Silipin lang natin mabilisan.
Yeah, there is.
Yun, it's a paid version. Pero nung
It,
nakita ko siya,
it's not a Final Cut
yes Neil.
Pro
Final Cut Pro.
or
No, that's for the MacBook. Pero hold on. Ito na. Malapit na siya. Saan na ba siya?
I try the Premiere.
LumaFusion. LumaFusion.
Okay.
oh yeah, I've heard.
Oh,
So
okay.
I tried it, then eventually sabi ko, "Uy, okay to kasi iPad lang." And I mean, again, I needed to cut time and I needed to cut my process. Pero eventually, nag-enjoy ka, pero alam mo sa sarili mo na may certain na bitin eh. Hindi bitin dahil hindi kaya ng system. Pero mali mo, ang bitin ikaw. So ako, I was pertaining to
Yeah.
myself. So using LumaFusion, I paid, I think, parang 1,000 plus siya or something. Pero sabi ko sa sarili ko, okay lang yung babalikan ko. Kasi whenever you learn something, it's not because it's just difficult. But definitely, sa dinami-dami ng editing tool, mas magagandang you can crisscross or switch over. Kasi alam mo pag kailangan ko, ito naman. Pag hindi naman, ito naman. And again, I simply enjoy the journey not because it's easy, but it's because I'm learning.
Yes.
Yes, which is yun yung perfect. As long as
Oo.
we're learning, then we're okay. Ako nag-start ako with the iMovie talaga. And then
Mhm.
nag-shift ako into I explored reach yung Premiere Pro since
Right.
meron doon sa MacBook ko pero ang hirap niya talaga. I even went through a training course for the Premiere pero hindi ko talaga masyado na-gets. It might be because of hindi kulang talaga yung time. Yun yung sinabi mo kanina, Richie. Ba? Sometimes
Right.
tayo yung kulang. I mean, kulang yung maybe
Yeah.
kulang yung time po.
And
End.
I mean, technically it's a one man show, eh, di ba? You create
Yes.
your video.
Yes.
Before creating video, you create maybe for some they create their script, they create their outline. But yung one man show, I think, as an individual, coming from a different industry where I am, sobrang nirespeto ko yung paggawa lang hindi ng video eh, but yung buong YouTube journey. That when people think about you're watching YouTube right now, sabi mo, ano lang yan? Kasi gustong magkapera or Wala lang magawa sa buhay yan kasi gusto lang niya na maraming clicks and views. When you started doing it on your own, from A to Z, or yung buong proseso, I mean, it takes so much learning and patience. So, I think yun yung kailangan nating irespeto rin na hindi porket nasa platform ka ng YouTube or any social media, alam natin na may hinahanap lang tayo para, kumbaga, para lang may balik agad na pera or anything. But the learning process itself, it's so precious. Lalo na yung mga natututo tayo sa iba. Katulad ako, natuto rin ako sa iba.
Wow. It's
Wow.
actually amazing. I really agree on that, Rich. Kumbaga, what do you think about that, Neil? On your
Yeah.
experience being a vlogger, kasi most of the time, di ba, parang respecting yung time ng mga vloggers. I mean, when you are doing it yourself, talaga makikita mo hindi talaga siya madali. Hindi madali yung
Yes.
paggawa ng contents, when you prepare your contents, when you render, when you edit, when you
Yep.
publish it, di ba? Parang it's
Mm.
all of those things. It's all your responsibility. So, mahirap
Um.
talaga siya at the end of the day.
Yeah. It's very difficult, and well, it looks very easy. Gaya ng sabi
Mm.
ni Rich kanina. Yeah, people would always say, well, yeah, they're in it because of the money. No, it's
Yeah.
not. And I also started. I think since I already know how to edit, I started using Sony Vegas. If you're familiar with that,
Mm.
Rich.
Yes.
Yes, and I think I've already mentioned this to you, sir. That I started editing videos from Saint Peter. Shout out to Saint Peter. So yung
Oh.
yung mga
Mhm.
yung mga deads, or sumalangit na
Yeah,
yun.
yeah.
But
Yeah, yeah.
it, I kept on editing it, and then siguro the learning curve was, well, it's a bit of a heavy because people are sad, and and
Oo, totoo yan.
Uh,
and then I've realized that, okay, oh, marunong pala akong mag-edit, so why not? I have to stop whatever this is, and then convert to vlogging.
Yes. Yeah.
mhm, mhm. Yeah. Actually, yan. I mean, magaling kasi si Neil pagdating dun sa mga technical stuff na yon. So, whenever we have like a project for Vloggers Academy, binabato ko agad kay Neil. Neil, gawa ka nga ng, gawa
Marami
ka ng mga
tayong
teaser
matututunan
and
kay
all
Neil.
of that. So, madami tayo sa Vloggers Academy. There are many members talaga na who are into yun sa mga editing. Ang galing nila mag-go even
Right.
sa filmmaking.
Mhm.
Hindi sila nag-undergo ng mga like master
Mhm.
classes, mga courses and stuff. Talagang mga self-made na mga content creators. Ang gagaling, sabi ko, wow. I mean, if they can do it, absolutely a lot of people can also do it.
Yes,
That's true.
Um,
everyone can do it.
Yeah.
sabi nga kanina ni Neil, yung mga contents mo, Rich, parang ang kumbaga ang parang it looks like ang dali. Ang dali ng
Oo,
pagkakagawa. It's because for sure ang hirap ng nasa backend kasi no, di ba? Parang it
that's
looks
true.
like hindi mo binigyan ng yung madaming effort yung viewers na mag-isip about sa paano kayo nagawa? Di ba yung gano'n? Parang it's really, the audience are engaged into your content rather than thinking of kung anong ginawa mo talaga dun sa paano naging ganun yung content. And for me, it's an art. Kaya dapat, kumbaga, nire-respect talaga
Right.
natin yung paggawa ng,
Yes.
yung
Totoo.
pero yung just curious, Rich. Not all people are like you. Not all people are so spontaneous, right? In terms of the way they speak, they're
Mhm.
not as articulate as compared to you. What is your maybe perhaps your advice or pieces of advice to people sabihin natin even in terms of yung pagharap sa camera, paano ba yung pagsasalita? And for sure you started hindi naman sa super ganong kagaling, no?
Definitely, oo,
Yeah,
hindi talaga.
it's a
Kahit
journey,
kahit
no?
ngayon, kahit until today, hindi talaga. Siguro yung pinaka I think we've said a lot of things about kumbaga enjoying the process kasi the value of process is I think everyone is learning one way or the other. Kumbaga natututo ka parang yung natutunan ni Pedro iba sa natutunan ni Juan. But as really an individual na pinanggalingan din in a way yung mahirap, lahat naman tayo. You need to have fun. When I say have fun, you need
Yes.
to have fun not because it's easy. you need to have fun because it's also difficult. And yung having fun, hindi dahil natatawa ka sa sarili mo, dahil ang dami mong mali. Pero you are having fun because you know that you're making progress. Kumbaga, umaano ka, kahit usad pagong, paabante, hindi pa atras. Ganun siya. And when Doc Ray asked about yung pagiging, I think, comfortable in camera and all, I think it was more of trying to understand muna is, sandali, pag naging hindi ba ako okay sa camera, may magagawa ba sila? Parang gano'n eh. Or pag okay ba ako sa camera, matutuwa sila? Because at the end of the day, whatever you do in camera, whether you're comfortable or not, you cannot please everyone. And for me, I am trying to please myself. Ganun yung una eh. Kasi pag inuuna mo yung iba na, oy, sasabihin to ng tatay ko, sasabihin ng pinsan ko, sasabihin ng best friend ko, may magandang masasabi ng tita ko. I mean, you're putting everything in your head, which technically, they don't even care, to be honest. Diba? They might care, but for that reason, sa kanila it's YouTube. You're just one guy, the same as the rest. And kaya ang sabi ko sa sarili ko, if I do something, kung napapansin nyo, maybe I try to fast track things on what I do from the videos I did until I release my own merch. Ang sabi ko is, some people release their merch just to sell, which is not bad. But ako, I release my merch and I wear it even whenever I try to go to our office. Although nakaayos ka naman kahit papano, hindi ka naman nakashort. I needed to speak what I believe into. Katulad yung nakalagay dito, results, no excuses. Kasi yung mga tao, tanong nga ni Sir Ray is, what if others na nahihirapan? Parang, kung nahihirapan ko nga ngayon, so ano ngayon? Anong gagawin mo? Di ba? Kung mahirapan ka after 2 weeks, so anong gagawin mo? Kung mahirapan ka pa rin after 1 year, and so ngayon, anong gagawin mo? Those are the things that I constantly ask myself. Not because I needed to be someone else or I needed to copy someone else. Hindi eh. Tanungin mo, kung mahirap ngayon, anong gagawin mo? Kasi baka pag madali lang, kaya mo. So it's exactly. A constant struggle with my head. So pasensya na kayo kasi talaga it's really an upfront question and answer that I ask myself. Kaya hopefully kapulutan din nila ng konting sabihin na nating aral. Pero ganun talaga yung struggle. It was really more mental.
Yes.
That's true. Ang daming mga cognitive burden, ang daming psychological inertia na nagaganap talaga in our head. And there are times na, especially if your focus is more of sabihin natin, baka ganito yung sabihin nila, baka ganito, I'll resonate someone na ganito. The more na hindi ka makagawa talaga ng content na authentic if you keep on thinking that hey, people will judge you just because of this and that, at the end of the day parang isa lang yung life mo and that's the only thing. Especially if you believe in your advocacy, why not do it, right? We don't have so many years to live in this lifetime.
Yung ngayon lang marami ng problema, huwag mo na isipin yung iba. Mag-focus ka na lang ngayon.
What are the 2 things pala, Rich, that you want to improve on in the next vlogs that you're going to create? What are the 2 things that you want to focus more on?
Yeah. I think yung kung saan ang gagaling si Neil, yung technical, I think that's number 1. Especially if you're a one-man show. And when I say technical, not because not because you can easily get a platform or get a software, matututo ka na. Talaga siya. Every single day, para kang nagbabasa ng libro. Kada basa mo ng libro, nakailang tapos ka na, iba-iba nga yung version na natututunan. Iba-ibang interpretation. So for me, if I have one platform now, it doesn't mean pag medyo gamay ko na siya. No, I mean, there's so much to learn still because it's evolving eh. You adopt and you adapt. Magkaiba yung bagay na yun eh. So that's first. And second would be more of not only to improve, but maybe Doc Ray, is to maintain. Why maintain? It's more of ang nagiging direction kasi ng normally yung mga tao na why they're inspired to go vlogging is nakikita nila doon sa mga influencers, which is I think ang laki ng issue about taxes, right? Pero yung influencers in terms of, uy, ang daming views, uy, nag-viral, uy, ganito. When I say maintain yung composure na patience is patience. Do not think that one day you will simply become viral. Kasi yung viral, that's just like with winning lotto eh. It's 1 in a million. And the question there, if you go viral, what's next? Viral ka ngayon, pero after a week,
Mm.
ano ka na, nag-stall ka na, o parang wala ka na maisip kasi ang taas kagad ng expectation sa'yo ng tao. Nag-viral ka eh. And sometimes, being viral as an objective, mas nakakasama pa. Sino shortcut natin? Di ba? Parang mabilisan eh, di ba? Shortcut eh. So I think, yun yung mga bagay na for me, I'd like to keep my composure, being patient. Sino ba naman na ayaw ng 100,000 views? Sino ba ayaw ng 1 million views or 1 million likes? Lahat yung gusto natin. At the end of the day, this is the future. I mean, the platform itself is the future, whether for business, individual, during a job interview, nasa YouTube na lahat eh. Even the entertainment, nandun na lahat kompleto. Kahit nga yung mga celebrities, nandito na. But if you are in a rush or in a hurry, dun ka matatalisod. Pag natalisod ka na nagmamadali, masakit. Masusubsub ka. Diba?
That's true. And it's really more about the attitude talaga and mindset. Sabi nga din sa in one of the master classes that I attended to, sabi doon na parang even if you have, sabihin natin, you have 1K, 2K, 5K na mga subscribers, but when you create your content, you have to treat it like 1 million yung views mo. Parang
Yes.
it's more of attitude talaga. It's more of mindset. Sabi nga dito, one of our viewers from Facebook, creating a content is not about how many likes you get. It's about what content you created with substance and quality. Yeah, that's good. There's sabi, the other one is trending and viral. Sometimes it's not good, but a lot of new YouTubers nowadays they create videos because of that trending thing.
Oo.
Yung identity nila as their own, wala na. Yeah. Parang sumasabay na lang talaga na sa agos, pero nawawala na talaga yung who they really are as vloggers.
Right.
Nawawala yung identity, which is for me, yun yung for me, one of the most important. Sino pala just a quick question, Rich. Sino yung mga influencers or mga vloggers na fina-follow mo? Maybe the top 2 or top 3 na tinitingnan mo lagi to gain inspiration.
Right. I think sa foreign muna, siguro sa edad ko, inabutan ko si Casey Neistat. Pero sa kanya kasi, it's very raw. Raw, di ba? Raw. Sobrang raw.
Yeah.
Ito yung buhay ko. Parang parang Kardashian, di ba? Nakikita mo yung reality show. But I follow him, pero I think, kumbaga, split yung inspiration on being authentic from Casey. But on the values, I see why I do this and why I wanted to do this for the longest time. I get it from Sean Cannell of Think Media.
Okay.
So, Sean, I mean, marami siya pinagdaanan sa buhay, lahat tayo, we're all humans, up and down and up and down. But for me, while he was doing it, he was really, kumbaga, doing his part, and the rest was more on what is his mission. And technically, I mean, not to sound melodramatic, pero alam niya kagad yung gusto niya, pero hindi siya nagmamadali. And I mean, he grew that team, and hopefully, that's my dream too. That it's not because you grew big and then later on you think you can manage everything. Hindi, because there is always a team in what we do. Kumbaga, kung may team ka, I think it brings efficiency and efficacy sa mga content mo, at hindi lang yun, I think mas mapapabilis yung proseso. So locally naman, since as you notice my vlogs, I'm into tech and sneakers and some practical stuff. I mean, I obviously like the way Carlo Ople does it personally. It's not because it is only very sincere, but he was just simply being him. Kung napapansin nyo, medyo firm din yung magsalita si Carlo when he talks about ganito ako eh. I mean, kung I think there was one time that he did a vlog about basketball cards, which is I tried it before pero hindi ko siya nagustuhan kasi mahal ang basketball cards eh. Dati pa yon nung kabataan. Pero when he was sharing it, he touched something about his life na dun siya sinalba nung basketball cards kasi wala na siyang pera eh. And it was really, very personal. Kasi you don't share something that's bad. And when you see someone who's sharing it, you know that people will like it because they can connect. But I think important there is he wanted to reach out and tell him, you invest good work, you invest hard work, as real as it gets, kung consistent ka, may mararating ka. Kaya kung ngayon, kung nakiting ako sa kanila, what if, baka wala akong narating. So he was very straightforward, and I like the way he does it. And as a person, yung mga gusto niya, parang gusto ko rin, di ba? Lalaki tayo, mahilig tayo sa sapatos, mahilig tayo sa tech, mahilig tayo sa toys. But I think the how I simulate and do things differently would always be, sino ba talaga ako? Sino si Carlo? Sino si Dr. Ray? Sino si Neil? That's where your uniqueness will unfold and people will learn to accept you and value you as who you are. Parang Miss
That's
Universe,
amazing.
no?
That is
Pasensya
actually
na, Doc Ray, ah.
I
Yeah,
actually
actually,
agree. Yeah, I
I
actually agree
yeah.
with that, Ray. And then, um, because somehow vlogging is like a self fulfillment. Eh. Bonus na lang yung may audience ka, you have like 100,000 views. But
Right.
when you actually like when you already have your output and you liked it, doesn't matter if how
That's
many
true.
views.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's true. And
Totoo.
I couldn't agree more of what you mentioned, Rich. Yun talaga yung pinaka-love ko, pinaka-important. So at this point, we want to give this time for you, Rich. Maybe you can thank, all of your subscribers. And nakikita ko, ang dami mo mga pagganap dun sa channel mo, Rich, right? You can also invite them. I know
Yeah.
may ongoing ka, di ba, na I think yung mga pag-giveaways and all of that. So
Right.
yun, one of the things na kailangan sundan nyo
Yeah.
talaga, sundan nyo yung channel ni Rich. So this is your
Oh,
time, Rich.
thank you again, Doc Ray, Neil, and to everyone for simply joining us with this candid conversation. I think yung giveaway, people think that you're trying to buy subscribers and all. I mean, let's be upfront to it. It's not about buying, especially if you're not getting something in return. It's and if you guys noticed the channel, it was more of I like sneakers, I like toys. Pero yung sapatos, pag inisip mo, one person getting a shoe, ilan ba talaga yung taong kayang magbigay ng sapatos? And I'm not giving fancy or expensive shoes. I'm just giving something that people will use eventually, or at somehow those who are recipients happens to be those people in need. So, I mean, I invite you to see that channel, join the community, and it's not because you simply like the channel or simply like me, but if you are the person who likes giving without something in return, and you're giving something dahil alam mo sa bahay mo, hindi mo lang siya ginagamit, or alam mo mas may makikinabang, I mean, do it. Whether luma, bago, but when you try to do it, be sincere. Because always, you're not communicating how nice is your video, but it's always how people see you on video or even in person. Kasi kahit anong kolorete or magandang editing, I mean, people will talk about you, your parents, your wife, your husband, your kids, your friends, your best friend, your boss. They will really know the real you. Kasi kung may mga kasamahan ka katulad ako, Neil and Doc Ray, I mean, I never share this to my peers because for me, I'd like to maintain that professionalism at work. But it so happened that some of my peers at yung katrabaho ko nalaman nila. So, hindi ko sila pinilit mag-subscribe. And then later on, they subscribe and they ask me, oh sir, nag-subscribe ako. Sabi ko, salamat. Join ka ng raffle ha. Sabi ko, kasi doon, patas tayo. Ang raffle. Kahit katrabaho kita, hindi kita pwedeng bigyan ha. So, I mean, it's really enjoyable. But at the end of the day, it's always about why you do it. And for me, I do give these sneakers or whatever gadget it may be because it's not only about helping, because the intention is so clear, it is so sincere, and you just wanted people to experience it. So kaya yung pamimigay ko, Sir Ray, mabilis ang plugging lang, I forgot really the model but I bought it from Singapore. And whenever I travel the country, sa bilang lalaking medyo magastos sa sapatos, pag sabi ko, uy, parang okay to maganda yung kulay puti, fresh and all. Hanggang hindi ko na siya nagamit, nagka-pandemic na. So sabi ko sa sarili ko, if I can share that kind of enthusiasm, that kind of moment, ang sarap ng feeling. And I mean, we've given a few to the people that we really, really don't know. I'm just so blessed to share. And at the end of the day, instrumento lang tayo eh. So please
That's
join the
true.
community. I mean, with Vloggers Academy, salamat. And I mean, malaking utang na loob to kay Dr. Ray and Neil. But for me, this is one of the many things that are hindi na ituturo sa vlogging eh. Kasi puro maganda lang yung nasa YouTube eh. But
Exactly.
it's really bringing out who you really are. To be sincere, to be authentic. So thank you, Doc Ray and Neil.
Thank you so much for that,
Thank you.
Rich. Kung nakita mo yun, Neil, ang ganda ng shoes na yun na sinasabi ni Rich kanina. Kasi sobra, sabi ko, wow, sana, tingnan niyo yun, punta ka sa channel ni Rich and you can see
Mm,
yung pinaparapol namin yung
sure.
cart na yun. Sabi ni The Vlogger Wannabe, I love giveaways po not because of the stuff itself, the souvenir from someone na I admire. Di ba magkaka-remembrance ako from them? Yun po ang akin. Wow, that's nice.
Thank you, thank you,
Uh, Sabi niya, cheerful givers is a rich. Sabi ni Head Turner,
thank
God
you.
bless the cheerful givers. Tama yan, Sir Rich. Sana all. And then, yay, totoo po talaga. Salamat yan daw kay Vloggers Academy. May question dito si the Vlogger wannabe. Do you sing, Sir Rich? Ayan.
Nako po, yan ang pinaka. Parang tinanong ako ng math. Parang math yan eh. Parang I don't sing. Pero before I used to, anong tawag dito, work in a radio station. Hindi ko na lang muna babanggitin. But it was a long time ago when I had, I was starting my career. So,
That's
kaya
nice.
pag, once na humawak ka ng mic, minsan nag-iiba yung pagkatao mo. So, whenever you have a mic, you're in front of the camera. So, pero lahat yan kasi experiences natin. So, pag pinagsama-sama natin yan, it makes you really, really a better version of you. So, kahit yung pinaka nakakainis pang trabaho, parte siya ng maganda at malaking experience. So, savor it, enjoy it, and just keep on improving. Be better every day.
Okay, that's it. Sorry, the Vloggers wannabe. Kasi you look like a rakista.
Naman.
Yun pala yun. Although yung voice ni Rich, parang ano siya, parang nagdi-DJ, fierce, spontaneous. So very very nice.
Thank you, thank
I
you.
thought doon nanggagaling yung question. Yun pala, parang yung rakista sabi ni the Vlogger wannabe. Alright, so
No,
that's,
bago yun ha. Bago yun. Medyo kasi marumi talaga ako tingnan eh. Pero bago yun. Thank you.
No, that's authenticity, which is such a cool thing. Actually, ang ganda talaga. I mean, overall, ang ganda ng channel mo, Rich.
Salamat.
Neil, any questions on your end before we end our episode for today? I know we've learned so much from the authenticity coming from Rich.
Thank you, thank you.
Well, there's nothing that I can say more. But see you sa taas. Diba?
Salamat.
Team Pangat. Team Pangat.
Ayun
Salamat.
pala yun. There's
I mean,
no way
for
ba-
others, feel free to reach out. Huwag kayong mahiya over Instagram or Facebook. I mean, I would try. I normally try to keep on replying and sending responses. Kahit sino pa yung nagme-message. I know it's difficult, pero if you just wanted to know something, I mean, wag kayong mahiya. I mean, kung hindi man makaka-reply, pasensya. Pero I would try to find time to reply within the 24-hour scale. So again, anything under the sun. Kahit may gusto kayong puntahan at alam yung you have second thoughts, I mean, just feel free to ask. It's not because about vlogging, but anything you can ask.
That's nice. That's nice. Sabi dito niya, Hit Turner, hawig mo daw si Doug. Is it Doug
Wow.
Kramer? Yeah, Doug Kramer.
Bago yan ah.
Okay, so
Salamat.
pakita lagot ka sa akin, Sir Rich. Sabi yun.
Thank you.
All right, so this is another great episode. Thank you so much. We appreciate
Thank you.
your time with us, Rich, and I know you've inspired a lot of people, and definitely madami yung mga ka-reach nung streaming natin at this point in the next days
Thank you
to
so
come.
much.
And thank you so much for being with us. All right, so Neil, anything that you want to say?
No, that's it. Subscribe to all of our channels and
Yes.
happy
Support.
anniversary, Vloggers Academy.
Oh yeah,
Happy anniversary.
to all of us, and definitely please subscribe to the channel of Rich. So that's AGM_PH. Thank you so much, Rich, and you have a great afternoon. Mag-ingat. I know na parang narinig ko may kulog pa din.
Thank you, thank you. Have a blessed Sunday to all. Salamat po.
Have a blessed Sunday as well, and Rich and Neil. So let's end our episode for today with the
Yep.
quotes that I shared earlier. It is never too late to be what you want, what you might have been, and the opportunities don't happen, you create them. And this is the third quote that I shared earlier. I am not a product of my circumstances, I am a product of my decisions. So thank you so much, everyone. You have a
Thank
great
you,
Sunday.
everyone.
I hope
Bye.
you learned something from our episode. Thank you so much and stay
Absolutely.
safe. Bye-bye.
Bye.